This type of news always cracks me up. Heavyweight dinner in Barcelona, Deco, Joan Laporta, and of course, the super agent, Jorge Mendes. Now, these guys have a history of meeting. They meet up with each other, they have dinner, they have drinks, they toast. They probably have some good laughs. I know Laporta has a good relationship with Jorge Mendes, and all that's great, all that's fantastic. Nobody's saying not. I mean, they just signed Lamine Yamal's new contract, gave him the number 10 shirt. So there's a lot of good news. There's a lot of good things happening, except when it comes down to the left winger position. The question I have for these guys is, look, I'm not one to complain. I'm not one to make a big deal out of things. I do have patience, but there comes a certain point where I'm just thinking about what actually makes sense. We're in mid-July, almost late July, and based on the recent stuff that Fabrizio's been saying, Barcelona, number one, doesn't know who their main left wing target is, which I think is strange, odd, a little bit concerning. But then on top of that, they're going to try again for Luis Diaz, a player I myself love. I love Luis Diaz. Not for 80 million, not for 100 million, but negotiating a good fee with Liverpool, I see no problems. But that's the big if. Liverpool already rejected a good amount of money from Bayern Munich. What are we going to offer that's so much better? Marcus Rashford is still sitting there. The dude must be thinking, like, what do I have to do to get signed by this team? And the last time we had meetings like this and stuff like this, Deco came back with Joao Felix and Joao Cancelo. Two players I love as well. But Xavi didn't really ask for those players. He didn't really want them, and he didn't really need them for his system. So in all these meetings with Hansi Flick, all this time we've spent with the planning back and forth over the course of a year, options like Rashford, even Brian Zaragoza, who's, not exactly the most exciting player that we could have ever signed, but he's a great addition to the team, potentially. He wouldn't be coming here for a large fee. I guess the question I'm trying to ask and answer is this really about who Deco wants, which we all know is Luis Diaz, or is this about, and should it be about, what Hansi Flick wants? Give him the players he's asking for. If he tells you he wants Rashford, you go get Rashford. If he tells you he wants Lookman, you go get Lookman. I'm not trying to pile on. I'm really not. It's just, bro, the time's ticking. We're already in preseason. It'd be nice to have a player in there already getting adapted to the new system, his new teammates. We're waiting on potentially Liverpool getting Isak or not, or Ekitike or not. We could have had Rashford in here already. We could have had Brian Zaragoza in here already. We could have had Lookman in here already. And if you don't get Luis Diaz, listen, you do have to take some accountability for what you haven't done, because the squad does need reinforcements. I don't care who it is, bring anybody, but just bring someone in a timely manner that makes sense. I'm just asking, is it possible to move a little bit quicker? Is it possible? If it's not, let me know. Let me tell you how this meeting went. Jorge Mendes sits down, Laporta sits down, and Deco sits down. Jorge Mendes and Laporta were talking. Deco sits down, and they must be thinking, oh, Deco, what are your thoughts on this player? Rafa Leao, Dumfries. And Deco goes, how about Luis Diaz?